Hello and welcome to another daily practice material video. My name is Raj Thakkar. You're watching Route 99 and we're discussing DPM 8. Here we have a set of 5 vocabulary and grammar questions. Here we have question number 1 where we got to fill these 3 blanks with the pair of words given below. Out of all these options, only one pair will fit all the blanks suitably. Right? Let's read the sentence. The payoff from dash in education is so dash and dash that it is almost dash as a predictor of economic change over a 5-10 years period. So, okay. Can we guess the nature of the word we are looking for here? Whether it is a negative word or a positive word? Let's try to find out. No, from this it is not clear whether this would be a negative word or a positive word. So let's just look at the words only. So this first sentence says that the payoff from. So can you get payoff from your expenditures? No, expenditures are incurred. This is also incurred. So you receive payoff from investments, right? So this is already eliminated. The B option says payoff from productivity. Payoff from productivity? No. This is also eliminated that way. So my first, second and third option are eliminated because of this reason. I'm left with only fourth and fifth option. Fourth option says is investment is from investment in education is so slow. Yes, good. Erratic. So okay, the difference between 4 and 5 is these two words: erratic, useless, predictable, and irrelevant. It's so erratic. Erratic is something inconsistent. Okay. Inconsistent and useless. Can payoffs from education be useless? No, they cannot be useless. So we can eliminate 4 by this word only. So only left with fifth, which also fits all the blanks well as well. Right? Investment is so slow and predictable that it is almost irrelevant. Right? It cannot be useless. It of course can be irrelevant because the outcomes or the results comes out in a long period of time. So if I'm to assess the I'm to assess the payoffs received from the investment, it would be very irrelevant, right? So this is my correct option. The boss accused her employee for stealing or accused of stealing. So this is inherently written like this: accused of. In English, some verbs are paired with certain prepositions like good at, accused of. So these are like this only. So I am saying accused for would be grammatically incorrect. So what am I looking for? I am looking for options with incorrect sentences. So all the options which contains 1 are my incorrect options. So I am left with 1, 2 and 1 and 5. All the options are eliminated because they do not contain 1. And I am very sure about 1 being the wrong answer, right? Because it should be accused of and not accused for, right? The boss had better discuss the issue with the employee concerned. This is correct. So if 2 is correct, then I'm only left with this option 1 and 5. So let me just quickly read the fifth option. He is good in playing the piano. No, you can be skilled at something, right? You cannot be good in something, right? So this is also a wrong preposition. Hence my correct option is 1 and 5. The Lannister had dashed gold, then the Tyrells until the Lannister army sacked High Ground and took the Tyrell fortune to pay back the Iron Bank. On the other hand, the Northern Army has dashed then 10,000 men, and therefore John needs to bend knees to Daenerys. Okay, I might be mispronouncing it. What happens in the story next is dependent on George R. Martin, the writer in the series. For Dash, he has not written anything further. So this gives a sense that for some time he hasn't written anything, right? For a span of time he hasn't written anything. Okay, he has not. Further, we hope George R. Martin will get around to finishing the book Dash, but that has happened. The book Releases are delayed. Okay, so I'm very sure about this word, right? Let me look at the sentences. So sometime, and sometime. Here, if you see, this sometime means at some point in future. This happened sometime, wala sometime. Sometime refers to a span of time that I haven't been there for some time. That sometime, right? Sometimes means I do it sometimes. That is this sometimes, which means occasionally. So only this sometimes, which means a span of time, fits the context. So this is eliminated. This is eliminated. I'm left with only two options. Here, if you see, it says gold. So can you have fewer golds? Where is few used? Few is used to depict quantity, right? Can gold be countable things, right? Not quantity even. Gold can be quantified. It can be quantified in kgs, kg, 1 kg, 2 kg, grams, right? But it cannot be counted, right? Is gold countable? The answer is no, right? So using fewer here would be irrelevant, and I'm only left with one option. Hence, this is my correct option. Option 4 is my correct option, right? If you will fit other words in the sentences, they would come out to be smooth, right? So fourth is our correct option. Oil painting did to appearance what capital did to social. Social dash. It reduced everything to the dash of objects. Everything became dash because everything became a commodity. All reality was mechanically by its materiality. Okay. So out of all the options, if you look at option 3, it says that it did what capital did to social relations. It reduced everything to the equality of objects. So oil painting did to appearance what capital did to social relation. What did it do? That it reduced everything to objects. It objectified everything. If it objectified everything, then what are objects used for? They are used for exchanges, right? So everything became exchangeable, and because everything became commodity, just because everything became exchangeable, it became a commodity. All reality was mechanically measured by materiality. If you look here, it says justice. Okay, we would have understood justice, but what about everything became expensive? So where this commodification point would go? So this cannot be my option. Useless, everything became useless just because it was reduced to equality. Sorry, it was reduced to understanding how it would become useless. So this is also irrelevant. It was reduced to randomness. So if someone is reduced to randomness, how it would lead it to become saleable? So this is also wrong. Construction, everything was social construction, everything was reduced to minuteness. Minuteness means something ephemeral, something not permanent, right? Or maybe something lasting for a short period of time, right? If that is what it is, how it would become commercial, right? What is the relation between something being not so permanent and being commercial? So this is also wrong. Otherwise everything would have fit perfectly. Construction, evaluated, but minuteness is the problem. Hence C is my correct option. Though he thought of himself as a dash person, his boss's abusive behavior made him talk back. So if his boss's abusive behavior made him talk back, he must have been the opposite kind of person. He must have been the kind of person who does not argue much, right? So we are looking for a word here which would mean that the person does not argue much. He is a calm person. However, as he engaged in a dash with his boss, he does not talk back, but his boss's abusive behavior made him talk back. And if he talked back, maybe that implies that he was in an argument with his boss. So we're looking for a word which means argument. All he got in response was a dash, in which only filled him with dash. So here we are looking for two negative words. He got a negative response, and that filled him with negativity. Okay, so If you look at this word nonchalant, which means a very calm person, right? This fits the context very well. Let's just look at the other word. Insouciant. Insouciant means someone who is very careless. So if he would have been a careless person, would he have, what is the relationship between him being a careless person and him engaging in a argument with his boss? This cannot be my option. Philippic. Philippic is someone who is very argumentative. So if someone is argumentative, how would this fit the concept? Because as I have explained here, we are looking for the opposite word of argumentative. Ennui. Ennui is someone very dissatisfied with the boss. So though he was dissatisfied, his boss's abusive behavior made him talk back. Does not make sense. Nonchalant again makes sense. So we got to choose between first option and option A and option E, right? Remonstration again means an argument. Okay, this fits here well. But ennui means dissatisfaction. So this does not fit the second blank, hence first is my correct option. Remonstration means argument. Philippic means someone who is argumentative, and ennui is dissatisfaction. So that was the video, guys. I'll see you in the next DPM.